Good afternoon and welcome everyone to Trinity Ball Yard on the campus of Trinity Baptist College for today's South Region Tournament matchup between the visiting Toccoa Falls College Screaming Eagles and your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Now the starting lineup for the visiting Toccoa Falls College. Batting first, the second baseman, number 13, Noah Davis. Batting second, the left fielder, number 12, Chatham Cloutry. Batting third, the right fielder, number 7, Charlie Compton. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 32, Ryan McCarron. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 0, Andrew Hammerly. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 21, Jack Kraus. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 10, Hunter Martin. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 5, Cole Smith. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 4, Nick Eckert. And the pitcher for Toccoa Falls today is number 38, Ricky Patrick. And now the starting lineup for your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Batting first, the center fielder, number 10, Parker Laffrey. Batting second, the catcher, number 14, Ryan Ongst. Batting third, the third baseman, number 2, Josh Wharton. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 5, Will Van Sickle. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 4, Sammy Coffrin. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 13, E.J. Alvarez. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 6, Colby Kennedy. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 1, Brandon Huang. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 31, Juan Tahara. And the pitcher for the Eagles is number 24, Darren Goki.
Thank you, Mike Davis, and good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the hill at Trinity Ball Yard here on the campus of Trinity Baptist College on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida. We're looking at game number 9 of the NCCAA South Region Tournament. Trinity Baptist College against Toccoa Falls College, and we all remember what happened Monday night. Toccoa scored 18 against TBC. Now they're facing Darren Goki, who got a win earlier in the tournament against Southeastern Baptist. Noah Davis will lead things off. Goki is set, and the first pitch, the ball game is underway, and that one misses outside. Trinity Baptist just defeated an outstanding Carolina Bruins team 4-1, with Michael Cardenas getting the win and Dylan Waters pitching 2 2/3 for the save. High fly ball right behind the infield. Alvarez coming in and making the catch. He made the last catch of that game earlier today to secure the win. And he makes the first one here against Toccoa Falls. So 1 out. This is Chatham Cloutry at the plate. This is my 10th game this week. I also did the high school playoff game last night, so forgive me, my voice may be a little scratchy. As Cloutry swings and misses, he's been the leadoff man for the first 2 ball games for Toccoa, now batting second. Goki gets ahead with 1 strike and a high pop-up. Sammy Coffrin camps under it, and that is out number 2. Coffrin had ice on the knee in between ball games, but there's no way that he will volunteer to come out of a game if he can go at all. The winner of this game goes to the South Region Championship against Fort Lauderdale tomorrow at 12 noon, but the winner will have to win 2. That first pitch to Charlie Compton is outside. Charlie Compton hitting .390, 13 home runs, 46 RBIs, the 1-0, and that one misses down low. Goki allowed just 1 run against Southeastern Baptist in 4 2/3 and getting the win, and Waters went 2 1/3 to get the save for him in that ball game. So Dylan Waters has been an outstanding reliever throughout this tournament. Trinity Baptist has now won 3 and lost 1. Here's a 3-0. And that one misses for ball 4, and Toccoa has the first base runner of the game. Toccoa won Monday night 18-1, then fell to Fort Lauderdale yesterday 8-1. Those are the only 2 games the Screaming Eagles have played so far. Meanwhile, Trinity Baptist defeated Southeastern Baptist Monday 2-1, then lost that game to Toccoa at night. Goki with a breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Ryan McCarron. TBC then defeated Bob Jones 3-1 yesterday and 4-1 to Carolina University today, getting the win. Ryan Onks had an RBI triple. That fastball is a little bit low to McCarron. And Ryan McCarron is hitting .409 with 8 homers and 35 runs driven in. Runner at first, 2 outs. Goki is now missed with 7 straight. We just saw Alvarez make a catch in right. Parker Lafferty in center. Brandon Huang in left. Josh Wharton at third. Colby Kennedy at short. Coffrin at second. Will Van Sickle at first. And Ryan Onks doing the catching, and he has now caught 8 consecutive pitches out of the zone. And now there are 2 on with 2 men out. Andrew Hammerly, the center fielder for Toccoa, covers a whole lot of ground out there, and there's a lot of room to cover, 400 feet to straightaway center, but right now he's going to try to drive into game's first run. Ryan Onks will be the catcher both games today. Trinity Baptist trying to win their second today and their 3rd in a row overall. Hammerly at the plate, 2 on, 2 out. First pitch swinging and a high fly to right. Alvarez underneath, and he makes the catch, and that retires a side. Alvarez catches 2 in the inning. Goki walks 2 with 2 outs, but no runs for the Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles. After a half inning of play, we have no score. Back after this 30-second message from the NCCAA. You're looking at left-hander Ricky Patrick out there on the mound for Toccoa Falls. 5-2, 6.08 ERA, making his 14th appearance and 11th start. Patrick has pitched 60 2/3 innings. He's allowed 70 hits, 41 runs, and all of those earned. He has walked 19 and struck out 45. It's a warm Wednesday afternoon. We do have some cloud cover, but the rain chances have dwindled down to about 30%. And supposedly, if that rain does come, it should be after we finish today's ball games. That's if we get that rain that's been forecast for the last several days. Patrick will face this order from Trinity Baptist. Parker Lafferty in center, Ryan Onks the catcher, Josh Wharton at third. Will Van Sickle at first, Sammy Coffrin playing second, E.J. Alvarez in right, Colby Kennedy the shortstop, Brandon Huang the left fielder, and the DH, Juan Tejera. The defensive alignment for the Screaming Eagles goes as follows. Jalen Cloutry is in left, Andrew Hammerly in center, Charlie Compton in right, and around the infield, Jack Krause at third, Nick Eckert, the shortstop, Noah Davis plays second, and Ryan McCarron is at first with Hunter Martin behind the plate, and Cole Smith will be the designated hitter. So Parker Lafferty steps up to the plate. And earlier today against Carolina, Lafferty was 1 for 4. Patrick's first pitch, and it is popped up and out of play. Ricky Patrick out there on the mound for Toccoa Falls, trying to get his team into the championship game tomorrow, get a little revenge against Fort Lauderdale. High pop foul, again out of play. Of course, Toccoa has the advantage of not having played yet today. The Eagles already played 7 innings in very warm weather. 0-2 to Lafferty. There's a line drive, leaping catch by Noah Davis on a ball well struck by Lafferty and perfectly timed by the Toccoa second baseman. So 1 out for Ryan Onks. We told you he had the RBI triple. That happened in the third inning against Carolina. He also drove in a run in the seventh with a base hit. So he was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. 4-1 the final score. Michael Cardenas getting the win. Dylan Waters 2 2/3 for the save. Patrick's first pitch to Ongst, a breaking ball, and it misses a little bit outside. Ongst at the plate, batting .414. He's now driven in 12. And the 1-0, make that 13. And he takes a breaking ball for a strike. Base is empty, 1 out, thanks to a leaping catch on a line drive by second baseman Noah Davis. And a pitch. There's a ground ball sharply hit towards short. Diving play and a throw to first. It is in time. That is Nick Eckert laying out, getting up and firing one across, and McCarron with the scoop. So 2 great defensive plays on well-hit balls. That's how Trinity started against Carolina. They hit the ball well and eventually found some holes. Josh Wharton at the plate. Scored a run in the 6th inning. Line drive. This one's going to find some grass. Eagles continue to swing the bats well today, and Wharton has the first base hit. Well, 2 great plays, but Wharton was able to get that ball over the head of Davis and into center field. Will Van Sickle at the plate. He had a double in the 2nd inning and scored what was the tying run at the time, and then TBC tacked on a few more. Wharton at first. First pitch to Van Sickle is in there for a strike. Van Sickle's now off the interstate, hitting an even 200. No balls and a strike, and that one misses outside. He has swung the bat pretty well the last few weeks. And the senior looking to be very successful in his final games. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Wharton at first. Patrick takes a long look, now delivers, and a chopper right to McCarron, and he's already on the bag, and he makes the play with ease, and that retires a side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. After 1, no score. And now we'll have a chance to tell you a little bit more about TBC Eagle freshman lefty Darren Goki. We told you he got that win on Monday. So including Monday's game, Goki is now 5-3 with a 6.38 earned run average. This is his 13th appearance and 11th start. He has pitched 48 innings, allowed 45 hits, 38 runs, 34 of those are earned. He has walked 35. That's been his downfall. He has struck out 49, just over an inning or a strikeout per inning. Goki will face 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order. He's already walked 2 men. Jack Krause, Hunter Martin, and Cole Smith, who is a DH. Cole Smith did not play Monday night against Trinity Baptist, but he is in the starting lineup here this afternoon. Jack Krause scored 3 runs Monday night and drove in 2 against the Eagles. Krause against Fort Lauderdale, 0 for 2 and drew a walk. And we'll remind everyone of our All-South region players in this game as we get an opportunity in a little bit. And the first pitch from Goki is low for ball 1. Krause, Martin, Smith, and then Eckert if anyone gets on. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. And this one is up and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And a good fastball in the zone. Count is 2-1. Goki with the pitch, misses down low. That's ball 3. That's where he's missed most of the time in the first inning plus. Toccoa Falls comes in at 26-14. Trinity Baptist now 15-28. The 3-1 from Goki. That one got the zone. Kraus nods his head in agreement, and the count is full. It is warm, but at least the sun is being blocked a little bit by the clouds, and that's helping it to feel a little bit more pleasant than it could have been. We are forecast to reach the mid-90s out there on the field before this one is over with. That's the third walk already issued by Darren Goki. And with a team who hits the ball like Toccoa Falls does, pitchers don't want to give them any free bases. Hunter Martin, the catcher, at the plate. Scored a couple of runs on Monday night. Did not play against Fort Lauderdale yesterday. Throw over to first. They got him. Ryan Onks picks off Kraus. Pitch was up and away for the ball. 2-3 on the throw. Ryan Onks, he has thrown out runners all season long, mostly trying to steal. He's gotten a couple of picks like that as well. And that erases the leadoff walk. So Martin now, 1 ball, no strikes, base is empty with 1 out. And Goki can wind up and deliver one for a strike. Count is 1-1. Pitch on the way, and a breaking ball swung on and fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes. And Goki winds and delivers. And a high fly ball to center, but that'll be easy for Lafferty. Very sure-handed out there, and he makes the catch. So 2 outs. Cole Smith at the plate, a big left-handed hitter. Got 1 at-bat against Fort Lauderdale yesterday, grounded to short. We did not see him Monday. First pitch from Goki is in the dirt. Smith, the designated hitter, the number 8 man in the Toccoa batting order. One ball, no strikes. Goki with the pitch and a breaking ball. A little bit inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And Goki ready. The windup and the pitch. And that one's a little bit outside. Smith hitting .340 this season. 1 homer, 11 RBIs. Goki delivers a 3-0, and he gets the knees for the strike. Smith taking that one all the way. So the count is 3-1. And there is a chopper foul toward the dugout. And that evens things up at 3-2. Coffin, Alvarez, and Kennedy due up for TBC in the bottom of the second. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch swung on and popped up near the first baseline. Foul territory. Van Sickle puts it away. 3 up, 3 down go the Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles, and we go to the bottom of the second. No score. No score as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the second. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Coffrin, Alvarez, and Kennedy. Patrick allowed a base hit, but nothing else in the first. Sammy Coffrin, 269. Had a couple of hits against Carolina. In fact, he was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Takes the first pitch outside, and Coffrin now with 14 ribbies on the season. He'll draw the walk if you give it to him. 16 of those. He's also been hit 12 times. The 1-0. There's a hard ground ball, but right at the second baseman, Davis, and he makes the play. That is the first time in 4 at-bats today that Sammy Coffrin has been retired. E.J. Alvarez at the plate. He was 0 for 2, but he put down a sacrifice bunt for Trinity in the 6th inning earlier today. He's now batting .254. He's driven in 19, 1 home run. Takes the first pitch outside. 9, 1, and 2 due up for Toccoa in the top of the third. Eckert, Davis, and Cloutry. 1 ball, no strikes. Patrick with the pitch. High pop foul. This one will reach foul territory over the dugout. A ball and a strike. Pitch on the way, and this one misses inside. Two balls and a strike to E.J. Alvarez. There's a ground ball towards short, and a throw to first is in time. Nick Eckert, we saw what he did in the first inning. He has a terrific arm, and he showed it off once again. Well, TBC still swinging the bats and hitting the ball solidly. Keep it up. Maybe they'll find some holes a little bit later. Kobe Kennedy at the plate twice against Carolina. Hit the ball right to the fence, only to have it caught. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Ricky Patrick from Evans, Georgia. Freshman out there for Toccoa. A little bouncer towards second. Davis fields the hop, throws to first, and a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second for Ricky Patrick. No score as we go to the third on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. We have a very light sprinkle starting to fall here on the field. Nothing at the moment that would hinder any pace of play. Nick Eckert, Noah Davis, Jalen Cloutry. Those are the 3 scheduled hitters, 9, 1, and 2. Nick Eckert 0 for 3, 0 for 2 yesterday against Fort Lauderdale, but he lines one down the line. That's a fair ball. He will round first and head on into second with a 1-pitch leadoff double for Toccoa. Wharton playing off the bag, and Eckert got it just inside. So leadoff man at second base for Noah Davis. Eckert did not play Monday night against TBC. Noah Davis did, and he scored 4 runs. Pops up the bunt attempt. Onks cannot get there in time. Davis also had a 3-run homer in the 4th inning of that ball game Monday night. So a little surprising to see him try to bunt with the leadoff man already in scoring position. No balls and a strike. Goki checks that runner at second. Another bunt attempt, this time pulled back in time. One ball, one strike. Breaking ball popped up. This time Onks will make the catch. Davis helping out Goki on that one. 1 away. Jathan Cloutry will come up with the runner at second and 1 out. First pitch from Goki in the dirt, but Onks puts his body in front of it. Keeps that runner at second. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch from Goki is a breaking ball that misses up and away. Count of 2 balls, no strikes. And Goki delivers. And that one's right down the middle. And it's 2-1. Autry popped up to the second baseman his first time up. Trying to drive in the run. Swings that one way out of the zone in the dirt. And it's strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That ball hit. Cloutry, he says yes and trots down to first. The umpire says no, so that's ball 3. I couldn't tell for a moment if I had to count wrong or if that ball really did hit the batter. Umpire says ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Goki with the pitch. That's ball 4. Now Cloutry will take first base. That's a 4th free pass issued by Darren Goki. Charlie Compton drew the first of those 4. One out, 2 men on. Goki with the pitch to Compton. And that one's a strike at the knees. Compton, a very big, powerful hitter. He's already homered on this field this season. And he lunges for one and fouls it off, and that's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Goki with the look. Check that runner not being held too closely. A breaking ball, got him. Slowed that one down a little bit more, and Compton out in front. 2 outs, and here's the first baseman, Ryan McCarron, who also drew a walk in the first. 8-9-1 due up for TBC in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. A leadoff double by Eckert. A walk to Cloutry with 1 out. Now there are 2. And McCarron out in front fouls this one off. One ball, 1 strike. This is an elimination game. The loser is finished. The winner plays Fort Lauderdale for the championship tomorrow. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Another good block by the catcher. It's 2-1. Sun starting to peek back through the clouds now. Looks like the very light sprinkle we had has stopped. 2 balls and a strike. And that one is outside. Counts 3-1. Van Sickle at first, playing back, trying to knock it down and get this out. There's a line drive into left. That is a foul ball. That would certainly have scored 1, possibly 2. But now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be in motion. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eckert and Cloutry, the base runners. Both run pretty well. Long look in by Goki. And he steps off the mound. He and Ongst trying to get on the same page. We already had 2 pitch clock violations during this tournament. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There go the runners. And a high pop-up over near the dugout. Wharton will run out of room. And that ball's into the Trinity bullpen. So we'll do it again. Both runners got a late start. Neither is really being held on. Cloutry doesn't have to worry about the lefty on the mound because Van Sickle's almost on the outfield grass. Another 3-2. There they go. A better jump this time, and this one hits the batter. That will load the bases with 2 outs. That'll put Cloutry at second and Eckert at third and Andrew Hammerly at the plate. Hammerly drove in 2 and scored 1 against Trinity Monday night. 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday against Fort Lauderdale. So Goki has walked 4 and now hit 1, and the first pitch to Hammerly is low and nowhere to put him. 1 ball, no strikes. Force out anywhere on the field, and a high fly ball, well hit towards right over the head of Alvarez. This one's going to 2-hop the fence. 3 runs are going to score. Here comes McCarron. He will score to throw to third, not in time. A 3-run triple for Andrew Hammerly, and Toccoa leads 3-0. He put a charge into that one, and Alvarez just could not catch up to it. Well, he got the double, but also a walk and a hit batsman have come in. And again, this team hits the ball well. Don't want to give them any free base runners. Hammerly made Goki pay for it with a 3-run triple. Second hit for Toccoa. And a first pitch strike to Jack Krause. No balls and a strike. Goki will wind with the runner at third and get a foul ball to make it strike 2. Nothing and 2. And a pitch. Misses up and away. Hammerly hit that ball on the line. Not much Alvarez could do. Here's the 1-2. That one, strike 3 called. Krause very unhappy with it, but that ends the inning. However, for Toccoa Falls, 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the third with Toccoa leading 3-0. Andrew Hammerly has given his pitcher a 3-0 lead. That 3-run triple to right. And now Trinity Baptist will have to battle from behind. Brendan Huang, Juan Tejera, Parker Lafferty are the scheduled hitters, 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. Huang had 2 hits against Carolina today, scored the go-ahead and eventual game-winning run. First pitch, swung on and missed. Brandon Huang hitting .215 on the season. No balls and a strike. Patrick delivers, and this one nearly hit the batter, but he skips out of the way. Well, TBC has hit the ball pretty sharply so far. Haven't found a hole just yet. Morton got the only hit. Here's the 1-1. That one's low and inside. That's ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike. Patrick winds and delivers. There's a line drive into right. That's a base hit. Compton appeared to have a beat on it, but that ball took a nosedive on him. Trinity needs a couple base runners, and they have their first of the inning. Well, they're hitting the ball well, and that time found a hole, and Juan Tejera's at the plate. And against Carolina, no official at-bats in 3 plate appearances. 2 sacrifice bunts with a hit batsman in between. See what Tejera does. He does square around, but he chased one down and popped it up. Almost a replay of what we saw Toccoa do, and that's 1 out. So Parker Lafferty at the plate. He scored the 4th and final run for TBC against Carolina earlier today. Hit a hard line drive. His first time up that Noah Davis leaped for and caught. And this pitch is on the outer half of the plate. That is strike 1. So no balls and a strike. Patrick ready, and a curveball had Lafferty spinning. Got a very small piece of it for strike 2. Lafferty laughs that one off. But he's down 0-2 with 1 out and the runner at first. Riley Patrick gets a good look at Huang. Huang gets a good lead off first, and a pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away. Huang is 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Huang gets a little bit extra on the lead. Now the pitch. There's a ground ball towards short into left field. That's a base hit. 2 men on with 1 out. Huang and Lafferty both single. Bunt popped up. Is the only out so far. Now Ryan Ongst at the plate. He was robbed of a hit by a diving Nick Eckert at short, and Eckert made a terrific throw. So Ryan Ongst has a man in scoring position. Takes the first pitch, breaking ball, a little bit outside. Good speed on the bases, both Huang and Lafferty. 1 ball, no strikes. Patrick turns and throws. Patrick needs to be a little more careful. He is rocking back and forth. TBC got a run on a balk against Bob Jones. That was the first of their 3 runs. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Count even at 1-1. One out, 2 men aboard. Toccoa 3, TBC nothing. Ricky Patrick checks that runner at second, not being held, and the pitch is upstairs. That's ball 2, and Angst ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Patrick takes a long look. Eagles leading hitter at the plate. High pop foul. This one's going to get out of play. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Season on the line for both these teams. Count is 2-2 on Ryan Angst, 1 out. And the pitch on the way. A high fly ball to left. That's going to be easy for Cloutry, and he makes the catch. 2 outs for Josh Wharton, who is 1 for 1. He lined a single into center his first time up. Wharton came into the ballgame hitting .311. He has 15 RBIs. Base hit should score the run from second. 1 in the gap could bring them both around. Patrick ready. The first pitch to Wharton, a breaking ball. This one rolled foul. If Wharton reaches, Van Sickle will bat next. No balls and a strike. Two on, 2 out. Davis now covering second, and a pitch to Wharton. That one missed around the outside of the plate. Counts 1-1. Patrick ready with the pitch. High pop foul. That one's out of play, and that will be strike 2. Wharton takes a deep breath. Clutch situation here in the third. Two on, 2 out. And Patrick with the pitch. That one is low and inside, almost got the batter. Counts 2-2. It's a long at bat for Wharton. Patrick ready, and a 2-2. Got him swinging. Trinity Baptist got 2 hits, but left them both stranded. And after 3, Toccoa 3, Trinity nothing. Top of the fourth, Toccoa 3, Trinity Baptist nothing, and TBC will put a new man on the mound, right-handed senior Will Van Sickle, which means Juan Tejera will take first base. Darren Goki, 3 innings pitched, 3 runs, all earned, 2 hits. Problem was that he walked 4 and hit 1. Tell you a little more about Van Sickle in just a moment. His first man, that's Hunter Martin. And the first pitch from Van Sickle, that's in there for a strike. Van Sickle's making his first pitching appearance of the tournament. He is 1-8 on the season, a .697 earned run average. Breaking ball grounded towards second. Coffrin will make the play, throw to first in time. So Van Sickle gets the first man he faces. And next up will be the DH, Cole Smith, who popped up to first his first time up. The 3-run triple from Andrew Hammerly is the scoring summary. Eckert, Cloutry, and McCarron all scored on that drive. Van Sickle with the pitch, and this one is in the dirt. For Van Sickle, this is his 14th appearance. He has made 10 starts. He does have a complete game victory and a save. 41 1/3 innings. Here's the 1-0. And that one is fouled off to even the count at a ball and a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Toccoa Falls batting in the top of the fourth. And Sickle from the stretch. There's a line drive, base hit into left. Cole Smith has his first hit of the tournament. Went with the pitch very nicely and hit it pretty sharply between Wharton and Kennedy. Brings up Nick Eckert, who started that third inning with a double down the left field line. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the walk and the hit batsman. And the pitch is a little bit inside. He squared around as if to bunt. Wharton will play in tight at third. Tejera, of course, holding the runner at first. Let's see what Eckert does this time. Yes, he squares around and he drops down the bunt. Wharton has only one play to throw to first is in time. That ball dropped right before it got to Tejera, but he was able to make the play. Successful sacrifice bunt for Nick Eckert and a 5-3 putout. Advances Smith to second base. Noah Davis, a leadoff hitter. 0 for 1 last time, tried to bunt, popped it up. Smith at second. Van Sickle with the first pitch to Davis in the dirt. Ryan Onks is usually pretty good back there blocking pitches in the dirt. And again, I'll remind you of that small brick wall back there. And a good breaking ball from Will Van Sickle. We've seen it happen a few times this week. Pitch gets by the catcher, hits that wall, goes right back to the catcher, and he's able to make a play. Here's a 1-1, and a chopper off the plate. That's going to be a fair ball. Onks spins around and throws a strike to end the inning. Great job by Ryan Onks. He had to come almost a full 360 circle to make that throw, and he put it right on target. That would have been a strike as a pitcher. So a 1-out single for Toccoa Falls, nothing else. The TBC Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the fourth, trailing 3-0. Will Van Sickle, the first baseman turned pitcher, will lead things off in the fourth. First time up, grounded to first. Patrick delivers, and a swing and a foul back. 3-0 Toccoa. Ricky Patrick has allowed 3 hits, but no runs. No balls and a strike. And that one up and in and gets Van Sickle on the shoulder, so he is aboard. Patrick has struck out 1. He hasn't walked anybody, but he just got his first hit batsman. Sammy Coffrin, 0 for 1, a ground ball to second. And now with Van Sickle, the pitcher, Dylan Owens will be the courtesy runner. Owens does a whole lot of courtesy running for Coach Copeland and the TBC Eagles. So good speed aboard. Coffrin at the plate. And the pitch. And a bunt is down. Patrick looks to second, makes the throw, and he's off the bag. Everybody is safe. That's going to be an error on the pitcher and a fielder's choice for Sammy Coffrin. So Dylan Owens hustling, able to get to the bag before Davis could get his foot back on the base. And now E.J. Alvarez at the plate with 2 men on and nobody out. Alvarez squares around and puts down the bunt. It's a good one. The throw to first, nobody covering, and everybody is safe. That's a base hit for Alvarez. Owens at third, Coffrin at second, Alvarez at first. Inning started with a hit batsman, then a wide throw, and now the bunt single brings up Colby Kennedy. Rounded to second his first time. Toccoa will play back and try to get the double play. They'll trade the run with the lead. Swing and a miss. Kennedy trying to put his team out in front with just that one swing. Potential tying runs are on base. Nobody out. Big opportunity for Trinity. 1 strike to Kennedy and the pitch. That one is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kennedy puts one past McCarron at first. That could score everybody. Counts 1-1. Kennedy at the plate. There's a hard grounder, but foul. Kennedy out in front of this one, and it's 1-2. Want to take advantage of this opportunity. Get at least 1 across. If Patrick can get out of this one, he will be really pumped, and so will his teammates. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a pitch on the way. Kennedy flinched, but held up in time, and that's ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Patrick in his first jam of the day. Trying to work out of it. The 2-2. And that one missed up and away. The count is full. Nobody out. I wouldn't expect him to be taking off in this situation. Obviously, with the bases loaded, there's nowhere for the other 2 men to go. Here's a 3-2. Big pitch on the way. High pop foul. This one will reach the bleachers. Nothing else. Make that pitcher work. Brandon Huang, Juan Tejera, the next scheduled hitters. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another big payoff pitch. Line drive, well hit towards center. Hammerly on the move. He's going to make the catch. Dylan Owens will tag. He will score. Coffrin is back in time, and Hammerly just saved all 3 runs from scoring by making that catch on the run. Sacrifice fly for Colby Kennedy. The RBI scores Dylan Owens. Remember, he ran for Van Sickle, who was hit by the pitch. So TBC is on the board. And Brandon Huang at the plate. Hammerly drove in 3 and just saved 2 more. Made a really good throw back to second, and Coffrin got back in plenty of time, but much closer play than we would have thought at first. Wang with the pitch, and this one is in the dirt. Kennedy absolutely scorched that one on the line. One ball, no strikes. Tying runs on base. That one's on the inside corner, taken for strike 1. TBC really hitting the ball well. They found a couple of holes, but they found gloves more often. There's a 1-1. Breaking ball that is high, and that's ball 2. Juan Tejera on deck, followed by Parker Lafferty. There is 1 out. Kennedy just drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. 2 balls and a strike. Patrick doesn't even check the runner and delivers, and this one is fouled off to the right side, and it's 2-2. Final game of the day. We'll be back here at 12 noon tomorrow. 1 game, possibly 2, depending on who wins the first one. Well, that will depend a lot on who wins this one right now. And the 2-2 on the way from Patrick. Got him swinging. Huang a little frustrated with himself. That is out number 2. And now Juan Tejera will try to drive in that run from second. Patrick, if he gets out of this without any further runs, give him a whole lot of credit. Give credit to his center fielder, too. 2 outs. Juan Tejera popped up a bunt attempt last time. First pitch. That's in there for a strike. In the 4th, Toccoa will have Cloudtree, Compton, and McCarron, 2, 3, and 4. No balls and a strike to Tejera. Patrick with the pitch. And a fastball. Tejera's late. That's strike 2. Patrick, what we call sneaky fast, a slow windup, a slow delivery, but then the ball explodes out of his hand. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one misses high. Counts 1-2. Two outs. The runners will not have to wait to see if any ball would be caught. They'll be off on contact. Here comes a 1-2 from Ricky Patrick. Got him swinging, and that ends the inning. A great job by Patrick after the sacrifice fly. 2 consecutive strikeouts, and the Eagles leave 2 men aboard, but they do score a run, pull a little bit closer, and after 4, Toccoa Falls 3, Trinity Baptist 1. It's been a fast-paced game, and Toccoa leads 3-1 in the top of the fifth. Chathan Cloutry at the plate. He walked and scored in the third. Will Van Sickle in his second inning of relief. The first pitch is upstairs. Van Sickle allowed a hit 1 inning ago, but no runs. 1 ball, no strike. And that one misses inside. That's ball 2. Van Sickle from the stretch, and the senior delivers and gets a high pop up, but that one's going to get out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Toccoa got 3 in the third, all on the triple from Andrew Hammerly. TBC just got 1 in the fourth. There's a line drive, base hit into center, and Toccoa has its leadoff hitter aboard. Cloutry just met the ball with the bat, got himself a knock, and Charlie Compton is at the plate. He has walked and struck out. Van Sickle has a runner at first. And the first pitch is grounded into left field very hard. That's a second consecutive hit for Toccoa. First one of the game for Charlie Compton, and now they are in business with 2 on and nobody out. Well, Trinity had a golden opportunity. They had the bases loaded with no outs and got just the 1. Sacrifice fly from Kennedy, who scorched it, but it was Andrew Hammerly chasing it down in the gap, keeping the other 2 runners from scoring. This is McCarron showing bunt on the first pitch and taking outside for ball 1. Ryan McCarron, no official at bat, a walk, a hit batsman, and a run scored. Tahara and Wharton in front of the bags looking for the bunt. This time McCarron not showing it, and he takes this one outside. Ryan McCarron came in over 400 on the season. 2 balls, no strikes. And this one is outside. The count is 3-0. And that one is in there for a strike. McCarron agrees, and it's 3-1. And a pitch from Van Sickle, outside, ball 4. That will load up the bases with nobody out. First man that Van Sickle has walked. Hammerly has done it with the bat and the glove. Last time up with the bases loaded, he lined one over Alvarez's head and right, and all 3 runners scored. And this time he is not going to face Will Van Sickle as Coach Copeland heads out to the mound. And we'll pause right here, and we'll be right back on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. The new pitcher for Trinity Baptist, freshman right-hander Mason Frick, making his 9th appearance. He's pitched very well of late. 9 2/3 total innings pitched. He has a save. 17 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Tell you what that does to the batting order in just a moment. Right now, Frick has to deal with Andrew Hammerly. We already know what he's done today, and the first pitch from the freshman is upstairs. That's ball 1. The DH is gone for Trinity Baptist. Will Van Sickle has gone back to first base, and Frick will be batting at 9th, taking over for Juan Tejera. 1 ball, no strikes. Breaking ball is in there for strike 1. So a count of 1-1. Nobody out. Frick will wind up with the bags full. And get a high fly ball, shallow center. Lafferty's there. Runners tagging. Alvarez makes the catch. The throw will come towards third. Kennedy will cut it off and not have another play. Sacrifice fly for Hammerly. He has driven in all 4 runs. Jathan Cloutry scores. He singled his way aboard. Compton to third. McCarron holds up at first. 1 out. That run charged to Will Van Sickle. Jack Krause at the plate. He has walked in, struck out. Cloud cover. Helps keep the temperatures down a little bit. Frick will now go from the stretch with first and third. Coffrin charging in hard in case of a bunt. Now we have a runner caught between first and second, a design play, and a throw back to the plate. Onks will chase Compton back, and it will get Compton at third, a perfectly executed defense on the delayed double steal attempt. Let's take a look at that one and see how that's going to be scored. That's going to go as 2-6, 2-5 on the put out at third. No stolen base for McCarron. He just advances on the play. There are 2 outs. Jack Krause at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. And Frick from the stretch misses upstairs, and that's ball 2. Van Sickle still responsible for that runner at second. 1+ innings, and a pitch from Frick. Misses upstairs. Is that ball 4? We had 2, so to make 3, but may have missed one as we were checking on that replay to get that other scoring down. So that is ball 4 to Krause. He's aboard. Hunter Martin at the plate, 0 for 2. Rick trying to get out of a jam that he inherited, and the pitch on the way, and a strike called. He got a fly out, but a run scored on the play, and then the caught stealing, third at home, and then the walk. No balls and a strike. And a good curveball for strike 2. Martin wants to ask where that ball crossed the plate. Umpire gives him the answer. Outside corner, and it's 0-2. Rick delivers and got underneath one and misses upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mason Frick, another youngster who's gotten better throughout the season. He's given Coach Copeland some good quality innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Here comes McCarron around third. He will score on the RBI single from Hunter Martin, and it is 5-0. That run goes to Will Van Sickle. That'll close the book on Van Sickle. 1+ innings, 2 runs, both earned, 3 hits allowed. Kennedy came very close to making a really nice play, but that ball just barely out of his reach. Cole Smith at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Got a pinch runner at first, or a courtesy runner for the catcher. We'll tell you about in a moment. And Frick with the first pitch to Smith is downstairs. Ozzy Cervantes, the courtesy runner for Hunter Martin. There's one fouled off, and it counts even at a ball and a strike. So Cervantes at first. Jack Krause at second. 2 runs are in. Cole Smith at the plate. 1-1. Frick delivers and misses low. Counts 2-1. And a pitch on the way. Line drive into right field. A hit. Krause will round third. Alvarez will throw towards third. He is safe, is the call. Wharton disagrees, comes up arguing, and a run is scores. Now, the tag was before the runner crossed the plate. It would not have counted, but it doesn't matter at this point. Now, Cervantes called safe at third. RBI single for Smith. Krause had come in, and Cervantes now at third. Coach Copeland wants to ask about that call. We're going to pause right here, and we'll be back in a moment. Call stands at third. Cervantes gets in ahead of the tag. 3 runs are in. It's 6-1. Nick Eckert at the plate, and the throw down to second goes into center field, and Cervantes will score. That'll be an error on the catcher, Ryan Ongst. Run is unearned pending on what happens next. 7-1, Toccoa Falls leads. They brought their bats out this inning. That's a stolen base for Cole Smith. He's in scoring position for Eckert, and Eckert hit by the pitch. And now 2 men on with 2 outs. Cole Smith with his second stolen base of the season. Noah Davis, a leadoff man and a 9th man of the inning to bat. And that's going to be it for Mason Smith. We'll pause here, and we'll be right back in just a minute. Freshman right-hander Josh Griggs out of Ormond Beach takes over for Mason Frick. He will inherit a runner at second with 2 men out. And a runner at first as well. Nick Eckert hit by the pitch, and that brings in Griggs. 4 runs are in. There are 2 outs. TBC will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 5th. Laffrey, Ongst, and Wharton. RBIs in this inning from Andrew Hammerly, Hunter Martin, and Cole Smith. So Griggs finishes up his warm-up tosses. On the season, Griggs making his 8th appearance. He has started twice. He has totaled 8 2/3 innings, 16 hits, 17 runs, 13 of those earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 7. First man he will face will be Noah Davis. Toccoa Falls got 3 in the 3rd, and they've added 4 more here in the 4th. TBC got 1 run in the bottom of the 4th. And Davis is ready. Griggs is ready. And the game just about ready to resume. A few more darker clouds starting to roll nearby. Josh Griggs from the stretch with runners on first and second. Checks that runner at second and delivers. And there's a ground ball into left field. That's a hit. Smith getting the green light. The throw to the plate cut off. The relay not in time. And an RBI single for Noah Davis. And it is now 8-1 Toccoa. First ball swinging is Noah Davis. That run charged to Mason Frick. And now the 10th man to come to the plate in the inning. Jathan Cloutry has already singled and scored in this frame. First pitch from Griggs is fouled off. No balls and a strike. Temperatures have cooled off a few more degrees, but again, some darker clouds getting close. 0-1 and a pitch. And that one is in the dirt. Cloutry flinched but held up in time. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 5 runs have scored in the inning. And a ground ball to third. Wharton will pick it up and step on the bag, and that ends the inning. However, for Toccoa, 5 runs on 5 hits and 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Eagles have a lot of ground to make up as they trail 8-1. Parker Laffrey, Ryan Ongst, and Josh Wharton, scheduled hitters here in the bottom of the 5th. Toccoa has opened up an 8-1 lead. Darren Goki was cruising right along, but ran into a little bit of trouble. Van Sickle relieved, then Frick and Griggs, and now Parker Lafferty in the batter's box facing Ricky Patrick. And the first pitch from the southpaw is a breaking ball, and that one is outside. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, and that one misses low and inside. Counts 2-0 on Lafferty. And he takes one on the inside corner for a strike. Two-one, popped up and fouled out of play. Ricky Patrick, 4 innings so far, 4 hits, just the 1 run. It is earned. He has struck out 3 men. That's ball 3. He hasn't walked anyone, but has just worked the count full to Lafferty. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the lefty delivers. There's a drive into right. That's a base hit. Lafferty trying to start a rally for Trinity Baptist. Does his job getting a leadoff single. Hit number 5, allowed by Patrick. Ryan Ongst at the plate. Robbed of a hit in the first. Fly ball to left in the third. Also hit that one very well. Lafferty at first, down 7, not likely to go. And there's a well-hit drive to right, but directly at Compton. And Ryan Ongst just having some tough luck. He's hitting the ball very sharply, but cannot find a hole. So 1 out, Josh Wharton at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Here's some rolling thunder off in the distance now. Patrick delivers, and this one is up and away. On our camera shot, you see those trees. Those are well off the campus, and the thunder's coming from that direction. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. Hit hard and fair inside the third baseline. Lafferty will round second. He'll go to third. He's getting the stop sign. Not taking chances, down by 7. And a good play out there by Cloutry in left to get to the ball and get it back in quickly. That's a double for Josh Wharton. 2 men in scoring position. Will Van Sickle, first baseman turned pitcher, turned first baseman. He'll wait a moment to get a chance. Will he face Patrick is the question. There is a Toccoa reliever heating up quickly in the bullpen. Patrick has been very good, just the 1 run so far. That is hit number 6 for TBC. Leadoff single by Lafferty. Ongst hit the ball really well, but right at Compton in right. And then very hard struck double down the left field line by Wharton. Eagles have been swinging like that and hitting the ball hard all afternoon. In fact, all morning into the afternoon, they did the same against Carolina, and later in the game finally started finding some holes. Here's Van Sickle. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 4th. 2 men in scoring position, 1 out. Van Sickle facing Ricky Patrick. And the first pitch is a breaking ball, low and outside. Trying to get a look at the reliever in the bullpen. I can't quite see him. He's just a little bit behind that tarp. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. And that one is low for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Eagles trying to get themselves back into the ball game. And the 2-0. That's ball 3, low and outside. Three balls, no strikes. Remember, the loser is finished. The winner plays Fort Lauderdale tomorrow at 12. 3 balls, no strikes. And a pitch, and Van Sickle thought that was outside, but it's called a strike. No problem. Back in the box. A little more rolling thunder off in the distance. Patrick ready with the 3-1. There's a ground ball towards second. They'll let the run score. Davis will throw to first for the out. Wise decision. Give them what they earned. Don't try to be a hero and allow TBC extra base runners. So RBI, ground ball for Will Van Sickle. Laffrey scores. Wharton takes third. There are now 2 out. Coffrin, 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, putting down a bunt his last time up. Time called. Coach Broden just wants a chat with Sammy. Well, the run is in. It's 8-2 Toccoa. 2 outs with the runner at third. Coffrin back in the box. Patrick towing the rubber. Still action in the bullpen for Toccoa Falls. And the first pitch to Coffrin is in the dirt. That thunder was a little bit louder and closer that time. We are forecast for some rain later this afternoon. Again, let's hope it holds off until we're done. It is the bottom of the 5th. Coffrin looking to drive in the run and pull the Eagles a little bit closer. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball headed up the middle, but it's cut off, and the throw to first is in time. McCarron held the bag, and that ends the inning. Eagles, though, get 1 run on 2 hits and leave 1 after 5. It is 8-2 Toccoa. Top of the 6th and an 8-2 ball game. Toccoa Falls got 3 in the 3rd, 5 in the 5th. Trinity Baptist 1 run in each of the 4th and the 5th innings, and Josh Griggs back there, out there on the mound. Griggs is the 4th TBC Eagle to take the mound. So far, 1/3 of an inning for Griggs. He's allowed just one hit. Charlie Compton will lead things off here in the 6th. Toccoa batted 10 men last inning, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. That thunder's getting a little bit louder and closer. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch on the way. And that's on the outside corner for strike 1. So the count is 1-1. And Griggs winds and delivers. There's a ground ball knocked down by Kennedy, but he will not have a play, and a base hit for Charlie Compton, his second of the game. Kennedy had to dive to try to make the play, and now he's very slow to get up. In fact, he is squatting with his back to the infield. So we'll pause here while coaches take a check on Colby Kennedy. Hopefully everything's all right. Stay with us. Colby Kennedy is all right. Looks like it was a left arm that kind of banged on the ground, but he shakes that off and gets ready for the next batter, Ryan McCarron. Base hit for Charlie Compton. He's aboard, nobody out. That was the first man of the inning. Here's McCarron, who has walked twice, been hit by a pitch, and scored a run, and a throw to first. Gets away from Van Sickle. Compton, though, a little slow to get up, and he does not advance. Skies are starting to darken a little bit more. Josh Griggs on the mound for Trinity Baptist, and this one is low. That's ball 1. Temperatures have cooled down, but right now we're keeping an eye on the potential rain. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch instead to throw to first, and the runner's back in time. 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan McCarron in the box. Griggs throws over to first, and a very close play. Compton back. Compton got behind the tag of Van Sickle. Very nearly had a runner picked off. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, and that one's in the zone for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. And Griggs with the runner going, delivers, swung on and missed. Onks a little trouble getting the ball out of his mitt, and that allows Compton to get in safely with a stolen base. Charlie Compton now in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McCarron. His 10th steal in 11 attempts. As a team, Toccoa Falls entered the ball game 62 for 77 in that department. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Griggs from the stretch delivers, and there's a drive well struck towards center, but right out Lafferty, who's there to make the catch for the first out. One out for Andrew Hammerly, who's driven in 4 runs already today, a 3-run triple and a sacrifice fly. Hammerly a chance to drive in another run. One out with the runner at second. Base hit and a stolen base for Charlie Compton. He's going for third. Ongst with the throw right on target, and he is out. Perfect throw from Ongst, and Wharton able to apply the tag, and there are 2 away. That's the second man that Ryan Ongst has thrown out on the base paths. He got a pickoff at first earlier in the game. 2 outs now with the bases empty. Hammerly has also played a terrific center field. His running catch saved 2 runs from scoring. And that one's right down the middle for a strike. Griggs takes a long look and delivers, and this one is upstairs. Two balls and a strike. The pitch on the steal attempt was called a ball, so it's 2-1. And that one fouled off to even the count at 2-2. My wife just let me know it's still sunny over on the other side of the river. St. John's River runs right through the center of Jacksonville. It's starting to get dark here. And that pitch is low and outside. That's ball 3. So a payoff pitch coming. 2 outs and the base is empty. Bottom of the 6th, TBC will have Alvarez, Kennedy, and Huang due up. Here comes a 3-2 from Griggs. A chopper foul to the left side. Three balls, 2 strikes. Haven't heard any thunder for a couple of minutes. And Griggs ready. Here's a 3-2. Fastball misses inside. Well, I thought that was ball 4, but it is ball 3, apparently. So it should be a full count now. And Griggs with the payoff, and that is ball 4. Hammerly's hustling as that ball got away from Ongst, and he takes a look and a turn, but stops right there at first. Never take anything for granted. Good job by Hammerly. He's aboard with 2 outs. And Jack Krause at the plate. He has walked twice. The second time was in the 5th, and he scored one of those 5 runs. Oh for 1 officially, and Griggs throws over, and the runner's back in plenty of time. 2 outs with that runner at first. And Griggs trying to get out of the inning, leaving that runner there who has a really big lead. Hammerly, though, not going until the ball gets away, and that will be a wild pitch charged to Griggs. That ball behind the batter. So runner in scoring position. There are 2 outs. And we do have a little bit more thunder right now. One ball, no strikes to Krause. Griggs checks that runner at second and delivers. And bounces one that gets away from Ongst, and a second consecutive wild pitch puts the runner at third. Andrew Hammerly drew the walk and then advanced twice on 2 straight wild pitches. 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at third. And a pitch. High fly ball, well hit to center, but Lafferty played him perfectly, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 man left. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Toccoa 8, Trinity 2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Trinity Baptist trails 8-2, and they're still looking at Ricky Patrick, who's been terrific in 5 innings, just 2 runs. E.J. Alvarez takes the first pitch for a strike. Alvarez is followed by Kennedy and Huang, 6, 7, and 8. Patrick has allowed 6 hits. He hasn't walked anyone, and he has struck out 3. There's a looper foul and out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes. Bullpen completely quiet right now for Toccoa. The only men over there are sitting down watching the ball game. And that one is up and in, and that's 1-2. There are a few Fort Lauderdale representatives here watching the ball game to see which team they're going to play and what that team looks like. Game time, 12 o'clock, barring any rainouts or delays. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, line drive, base hit, down the line, headed toward the corner. Alvarez around first. He's got a chance at 3, but the ball rolls under the fence, and that's going to make it a ground rule double. Tough break for Alvarez. He would have certainly have had 3. But he is aboard with a leadoff double. Can't say that Alvarez would have made it had Compton gotten to it. That young man out there has a terrific arm. And he was pretty close to picking that one up. Alvarez certainly would have had a triple, but a leadoff double brings up Colby Kennedy. Drove in the run with a sac fly his last time up. Swing and a miss. That was the drive that we've talked about Hammerly making that running catch on. 2 other Eagles would have scored on that play. Runner at second. Nobody out. No balls and a strike to Kennedy. Line drive. Base hit. Alvarez had to head back to second because Davis came very close to making a diving catch. 2 consecutive hits for TBC to start the inning. Good base running by Alvarez. Had to go back. Davis very close to catching that line drive. So Alvarez had to stop at third. Kennedy now 1 for 2. Alvarez 2 for 3. Brandon Huang at the plate. He's 1 for 2. And 2 relievers head to the bullpen mounds. Patrick delivers and misses up and away. Owen Gunyon is one of those 2 relievers. I can't see who the other one is. 1 ball, no strikes. Wang takes this one a little bit high. That's 2 balls, no strikes. Huang, the number 8 hitter. Mason Frick came in for Tejera. Frick has then been replaced, so Josh Griggs is in the number 9 hole. Swing and a miss. And Griggs does have a bat in his hand, and he is standing on the on-deck circle. Two balls and a strike to Huang. There's a little looper that's going to be caught, and a throw back to first, not in time. Davis came close to making that catch a moment ago. He does catch this one in the air, and then came close to getting the double play. That'll go as a line drive to the second baseman for the first out. That one kind of knuckled on Davis, but he stuck with it and made the catch. So Josh Griggs at the plate for the first time in the tournament. Batting .077 on the season. Takes a pitch in there for a strike. He has driven in 1. He has walked twice. First and third, 1 out. Patrick delivers and misses with a breaking ball. One ball, 1 strike. Griggs digs in, and the pitch, a breaking ball, that is high. That's ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Patrick, a long look at the runner at first. Griggs, a good swing, and he fouls this one back. If I'm seeing it correctly, along with Gunyon is Joshua Ramey warming up in the bullpen. Counts 2-2. And Patrick delivers, and a high pop foul out of play. So Owen Gunyon, Joshua Ramey, both warming up for Toccoa Falls. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First and third, 1 out. Alvarez doubled. That one is down in the dirt. Kennedy singled. Huang lined out to second. All 3 to Griggs, fills up the count. TBC trying to start a rally to hopefully mount a comeback. Patrick delivers a payoff pitch, a good rip by Griggs. Unfortunately, didn't square it up. Laffrey waits on deck, followed by Ongst and Wharton. Ricky Patrick takes a long look, checks both runners. Another 3-2 offering on the way. Ball 4 is outside and the bases are loaded. Great at bat by Josh Griggs. He hasn't had many of them, but as the pitcher, he's going to come out for the courtesy runner, Dylan Owens, who ran for Van Sickle when Van Sickle was the pitcher. Owens actually scored that run in the 4th. Remember, Van Sickle was hit by the pitch, but he was the pitcher at the time. Parker Laffrey at the plate. That's only the first walk allowed by Ricky Patrick. And a battery conference on the mound. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Big opportunity for Trinity Baptist. Laffrey is 2 for 3. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times up. Scored a run in the 5th. 2 men in the bullpen, and one of them is going to come in right now. Coach Josh Taylor takes the walk to the mound. Ricky Patrick will get congratulations all around for the job he did. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 2 runs, both earned. He's responsible for 3 men on base, 8 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment when we return here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. The new pitcher for Toccoa Falls College, sophomore right-hander Owen Gunyon out of Fort Myers, Florida. This is his second appearance of the season. He has no innings pitched. He inherits the bases loaded, 1 out. E.J. Alvarez led off with a double, a ground rule double that rolled under the gate out there in the right field corner. Colby Kennedy followed with a base hit. Alvarez had to hold up as that ball was almost caught. Brandon Huang lined out to second. Josh Griggs, a great at-bat, got 2 strikes on him, fouled off a few pitches, and ended up drawing the walk. And then we had the pitching change. Again, Ricky Patrick, 6 1/3, 2 runs, both earned, responsible for 3 on base, 8 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He did a terrific job. He is in line for the win, barring a big TBC comeback. First man that Gunyon will face will be Parker Laffery. 2 for 3, a run scored. Laffery with the bases loaded has been phenomenal this season. Let's see if he has another one of those doubles in his bat. No other changes for Toccoa Falls. Defense still the same. And another man still warming up in the bullpen for Toccoa. 1 out. Laffery digs in the first pitch. High fly ball. Foul territory in right. Compton has a beat on it. He makes the catch. Alvarez does not tag. The ball wasn't that deep, and Compton made a spin and a good throw. And Laffery unable to get the run home, and there are 2 away. Ryan Ongst at the plate. He's hit the ball really hard all 3 times, but each time the ball was caught. Diving play by the shortstop. 2 really hard line drives right at the corner outfielders. Ongst looking for one he can drive and bring home a couple of runs. And the first pitch takes this one outside for ball 1. Big opportunity for Ryan Ongst and the Eagles. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch from Gunyon is upstairs. That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases are loaded. Dylan Owens, a courtesy runner for Griggs, who drew the walk. He's at first. Here's a 2-0. And a pitch. Ball 3. 1 more like that, and TBC has a run. Ongst will take the walk if given. Three balls, no strikes. And taking that one all the way, and that's strike 1. Rhino has walked 20 times this season. That includes these tournament ball games. 3-1, and a pitch. High fly ball to left, slicing foul. Might have cleared the bases, definitely two. That ball landed about a foot to the left of the stripe. And now the count is full, and all runners will get a head start. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. All four infielders playing back, just trying to get this final out of the inning. Ongst looking to drive in at least two. Here is the payoff. And he chased ball four in the dirt and fouled it off. Of course, with two strikes, can't be too picky. If that ball's close, need to be swinging. Another payoff pitch coming from Owen Gunyon. Again, only his second appearance as a pitcher. Here's a 3-2. Ball four brings home a run. Well, the drive down the left field line would have scored two, maybe three, but Ongst will settle for an RBI on a bases-loaded walk. That run will be charged to Patrick. E.J. Alvarez scores. Kennedy advances to third. And Dylan Owens at second. Inning still alive for Josh Wharton. Enrico Cita running for the catcher, Ryan Ongst, courtesy runner. Cita, the complete game victory over Bob Jones yesterday. The first pitch for a strike. Actually, that ball was upstairs. My bad. One ball, no strikes. Gunyon delivers and misses high for ball two. Little bit more thunder, and with that pitch, another reliever gets up and starts to toss in the bullpen. 2 balls, no strikes. Wharton well ahead in the count. He can now look for one that he likes. Here's the 2-0 from Gunyon. Swing and a miss. Wharton put a big rip on it, but pulled off just enough. And it's 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. One of those relievers is Bryson Blankenship. Can't see the other one. Here's a 2-1 to Wharton. Swing and a miss, a little late on the fastball. This is a big opportunity for Trinity Baptist. So far, 1 run. They had 2 on, nobody out. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1 run in. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wharton. Gunyon from the stretch. Got him swinging, and that ends the inning. Owen Gunyon reached back, put a little something extra on it, and strands the bases loaded. Trinity Baptist gets 1 run on 2 hits, 2 walks, and leaves 3. We go to the 7th with Toccoa Falls leading 8-3. Josh Griggs will start the seventh inning. 1 1/3 so far, just 2 hits allowed, but he has walked one man. Hunter Martin, the first batter of the inning, takes one outside. Martin got an RBI single in the big 5-run fifth. He is 1 for 3 overall. He's also scored a run in that same inning. Line drive off the glove of Wharton. He will not have a play. That's a base hit. Wharton had to leave his feet. The ball tipped right off the end of his glove. So Hunter Martin is aboard, his second hit of the ball game, and Cole Smith comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a stolen base, an RBI, and a run scored. Cervantes, a courtesy runner once again. He's at first. Griggs delivers, and there's a ground ball towards second. Coffrin will flip to Kennedy to throw to first. In time, double play. 4-6-3 GDP. And there are 2 outs. That hit only the second allowed by Josh Griggs. And Nick Eckert at the plate. He doubled and scored in the third. That's his only official at-bat. Sack bunt and a hit by pitch. 2 outs, bases empty. Griggs delivers. Didn't mean to swing, and that ball gets under Griggs' glove. Coffrin charges, flips, and in time. Very nice, clean inning for Josh Griggs. 1 hit, but the double play erases it. And a last chance for TBC. They trail 8-3. Owen Gunyon came on in relief with the bases loaded and only one man out. He got a pop-up in foul territory, then walked in a run, but struck out Josh Wharton to end the 6th. Trinity Baptist trails by 5 as they come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. They need to rally. They need to get at least 3 base runners to bring the tying run to the on-deck circle. Van Sickle, Coffrin, and Alvarez. And Van Sickle in the batter's box. The season on the line now for Trinity Baptist. What a tournament they've had, however. And a pitch. High fly ball. Home run distance, but pulled way foul. Trinity won 3 games. They've lost 1 to Toccoa Falls and in danger of dropping a second one to the same team. Here's the 0-1. Van Sickle grounds one hard towards second, but right at Davis. And Toccoa 2 outs away from advancing to the conference championship. Fort Lauderdale waiting for this ball game to end. Sammy Coffrin at the plate, not waiting for it to end, trying to get on base and start a rally, but there's 1 out. Coffrin, like most Eagles, have hit the ball pretty sharply today. Sammy, though, nothing to show for it. First pitch, breaking ball misses. 1 ball, no strikes. And a high pop-up over near the dugout. Ball still in play, and a catch is made. Hunter Martin puts it away, and now Toccoa 1 out away from advancing to the South Region Championship. E.J. Alvarez doubled in the 6th and scored. Alvarez takes the first pitch down low. When Gunyon came in, it was a 6-run lead, so not a save situation. But he did a terrific job. He's retired 4 of the 5 men he's faced. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. There's a hot shot towards short. Bobbled, but the throw to first from Eckert is in time, and that's the ball game. Eckert showing off the arm once again. He gets Alvarez by an eyelash, and the final score, Toccoa Falls College 8, Trinity Baptist College 3. And for Toccoa Falls, now 27-14 on the season, headed to the South Region title game. Screaming Eagles will have to beat Fort Lauderdale twice. Tell you a little bit more in a minute. Trinity Baptist ends its season at 15-29 overall. And our decisions go to Ricky Patrick, the winner, who is now 6-2. He pitched 6 1/3 innings, 3 runs all earned, 8 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. The loser, Darren Goki, went 3 innings, allowed 3 earned runs on just 2 hits, but he did walk 4 men. Goki now 5-4 on the season, so he will finish with a winning record. No save, as when Gunyon came in, it was a 6-run lead. Well, we'll be here once again tomorrow for 1, possibly 2 ball games if Toccoa is able to beat Fort Lauderdale at 12. If there is a second game, that would follow 1/2 hour later. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on TBC Eagles. We'll see you again tomorrow. For Coach John Copeland and all of the head coaches here throughout the South Region Tournament, Marilyn Gordon, our official stats keeper and athletic director of TBC, Mr. John D. Jones, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.